All right, good morning, good morning. It is Monday, February 3rd. Fresh week, fresh month, fresh slate. We're looking at another gap lower this morning. Not quite as extreme as what we saw last week as far as the magnitude of the move. We already see price back up into that opening print there from Sunday night at 21,200. That 21,200 area is going to be the main level of interest, the main focus point for this morning on NQ. Buyers want to see that area hold. They want to see strength above that area up into the overnight high, up into 21,300, maybe into 21,340 and 430. Sellers, of course, want some weakness below this structure here, right through here. And have a pre-market structure right through there, a little bit of a range. So sellers want to see that break. And they'll be looking for 21,100, which is last week's regular trading hours low, and then down into the overnight low at 21K. So the primary focus off the open here is the reaction at 21,200, but more importantly, the structure right through here, that kind of near-term structure. We do have some early morning prints. We have a 9:45 data print as well as a 10 a.m. print. So you may want to take it a little bit slow this morning. Last Monday with the gap down, we did see a lot of the better opportunities later in the morning. So keep that in mind. Patience will be good here. And let's see what we get. Let's see what we are presented with off of the open. Session volume point of control right here at 21,192. This is that pre-market structure. We've got VWAP down here at 21,130. About 90 seconds till the open. 90 seconds. All right, here comes the open. 30 seconds. 21,200 main focus with some emphasis on this pre-market structure. Right through here. No rush this morning. We do have that 9:45 and 10 a.m. data print. All right, there's the open NQ right into 21,200. Good volume coming in. Gap rules, yes, sir. Big gap this morning. Big gap. Good visual of the gap there. 5-minute regular trading hours chart. NQ working on a new high of day. Definitely a much slower open than we saw last Monday, right? As of right now, the 5-minute is shaped like a hammer. Still 2.5 minutes to go on that 5-minute bar. Overnight high is 272, 21,272. Upside reference point. That marks the high of this structure over here on the 15-minute. Still here, still here. Not a lot of movement so far. Opening 5-minute bar closed. It did close green, but that is more so a doji, if you ask me. So some indecision here off the open. 21,200 stays as the primary watch. We'll have more clues once this pre-market structure highlighted there on the 15-minute chart breaks one way or another. There's your new high of day, NQ. Coming into that overnight high. And we have that first data print in 7 minutes. That's 9:45 a.m. All right, here comes that overnight high. There's that break of the overnight high on NQ. Buyers are showing up. 21,300, your next upside level. We know that 21,200 and that session volume point of control is held. So now the question is, do we see acceptance above this overnight high? There's 21,300. First data print, 5 minutes. You do have the January volume point of control at 340. I would just be using that as a reference point primarily. Little rejection there, 21,300. NQ right back into overnight high. 3 minutes till that first data print. 3 mins. %50 fib right there. At the overnight high, see the reaction here. Oh yeah, right through there. Right through there. What's the magnitude of this move? 137 points? Okay. Alrighty. So we're looking at the reaction here at the overnight high. Sellers, of course, want to see this rejected, price back within that overnight structure. Don't forget data here, 2 minutes. That is the final manufacturing PMI at 9:45. Coming into that 21,300, that's a level of interest there. NQ. Definitely a much quieter open than we saw last Monday, huh? More sellers at that 21,300. Tricky spot right here. Data in about 10 seconds, FYI. Not expecting a lot of movement from this print, but always good to have that awareness. There's that 50% fib again for NQ. What are other indices doing? ES testing that overnight high. Had a nice push in the Dow YM. Now retesting VWAP. And Russell just looks pretty choppy. All right, getting back into that session volume point of control. So we're pretty decisively back within that pre-market structure here. $21,200 now going to be the main watch. VWAP still way down there at 150, 157 it looks like. All right, back into 200 here, just shy of 200. 30-minute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we still have 12 and a half minutes for that one. So let's see. And Q, there's 200. Session low is 175 if 200 fails. Session low is a reference point right down there. And then we'll probably get into VWAP pretty soon. Yeah, VWAP. Right here at 158. VWAPy. So NQ right here in the middle of this pre-market structure. Like I said earlier, we'll have more clarity whenever that actually breaks. There was an attempt up here, but as of right now, that is just a higher time frame up thrust. A little up thrust right there. That's D Wall's favorite short. The old up thrust. Ten minutes till 10 a.m. We got another data print here in 10 minutes. Surprised to see a couple of pretty low volume prints here on NASDAQ. Just consolidation here at 21,200. There we go. Sellers stepping in there again. See if we see session lows trade. Session low looks like 175, 177. That 30-minute and hourly closure stays on watch here as we get into 10 a.m. NQ coming into the lows. About to make a new low of day. It looks like there's your new low of day. So beneath this, really looking at 21,100, next major level. Now, I'll be keeping an eye on this 21,155 area. Some pre-market structural importance there. Again, price still just caught right here, caught in this range. So let's see how that 155, 150 area is going to be treated. Got about 5 minutes till 10. 10 a.m. we have the ISM manufacturing PMI data print. Looks like VWAP starting to catch up to current price right here at 161. If this area holds, we may just have a nice range to work with here, that pre-market range. Looks like both ES and YM retrace their entire push. We got Russell sitting on VWAP, still pretty choppy there. YM coming into the overnight low pretty soon. ES making session lows. NQ retesting 21,200. There's the session volume point of control right there, 215. So again, buyers looking for 200 to hold. And data in about 3 minutes here. All right, looks a little better for buyers. Let's see if they can break this 235 area. Now let him take the trail right there. First trade of the day. There it is. I like the 200 reclaim right there. A little bit of a, I wouldn't really call that a spring play, but it has that essence of spring essence. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't take that exact spring, Dom. 200 right there. Same page. So now 200 stays on watch, session volume, point of control right here. Fairly slow morning so far. So far, it's just a range day. Still within, keep an eye on this pre-market structure. Still within this area right here. So until you see price decisively outside of that area, we're just in the range. Just trading the range. Range, range, range. Here's kind of the boundaries. If we take a little, do a little arts and crafts here, right there, here. Take this one right through there. There you go. There it is. All right, about 10 seconds till data. Whoa, the tape is really accelerating here. Wide spreads. Okay, there's your data print. There's your new low of day. The Opinicus hot dog? Should we used to call it that? That wouldn't surprise me. Modern day Picasso. All right, so we got a true test of VWAP there. I mean, almost to the tick VWAP holds. So right now, focus remains 21,200, session volume, point of control. Structure makes this a little tricky here. Obviously, some sellers are sitting right in this area. So NQ back into VWAP here, session lows. Initial test did not hold. This would be the second test. And there's your new low of day. So if we start to see some acceptance here below 155, I'll be all hands off till 21,100. 155 is that structure low point right through here in red on this 1 minute chart. Noah with the 90 points. Nice, man. What was the entry? NQ new low of day. Shorts on pullback to fib sell zone. Beautiful. Beautiful. Don't give it back. Don't give it back today. Make sure you hold on to it. NQ back into 200. Let's see. Do we break above? Do we break above? Nope. Nope. Give it another try right there. Add 20 points on the session. Nothing crazy. That was a play versus VWAP and the pre-market structure low. A little undercut of that structure. Right? Kind of spring idea with the benefit of VWAP. A bit of a 2-hour trader framework idea there. Problem is you have 200, 21,200 right overhead. So take profits into 200, tighten up the trail. If the trail gets taken, let it go, let it go. That's the thought process on that one. Yep, let them have it. I really don't love opportunities like that. or your first major target is pretty much directly overhead. But see setup, take setup, manage accordingly, wait for the next play. So far, intraday downtrend. Yep. Pretty much have that overshoot of the overnight high up here, or a rejection of the 21,300, whichever way you want to look at it. But as of right now, we're still technically within this pre-market structure. And take a look at volume. It was pretty light, if you ask me. So far, there's a vastly different session than last Monday. NQ right back into 200 here. I did not take the re-entry personally. Re-entry showed a little more follow through, that's for sure. NQ up through 21,200 now. Session volume point of control right there, 215. Let's see how this 15-minute closes after the spring setup. It's kind of interesting. And sellers reload there. Session volume point of control. Right back into the lows. Intraday downtrend continues. Yeah, so if we crack the low here, I'll be waiting for 21,100 or a firm reclaim of 21,200. That is the game plan now. Yeah, that little rejection, Dom, you jump in there. 21,200 reject. See if NQ cracks the low. Shorts want to see that low fail. There you go. New low of day, NQ. So NQ makes a new low of day. Sellers really struggling to show that real follow through. I'm staying patient now. 2 for 2 on the morning. We'll take it. $21 100, the next level of interest. $50 fib from overnight low to high of day. Let's take a look. Yeah, right there. Right there. Pretty nice. 105. So pretty much just overlaps with the 100 level. That's good. That's good. That's good. No man's land. Yeah. This is all no man's land for sure. No man's land. About 45 minutes into the sesh. NQ new low of day. Pressing the lows, pressing the lows. If you still got those shorts on, it's a good time to start trailing a little tighter. Oh, that's a 61% fib. I thought this was the 50. Yeah, so that 61% fib, 21,105 has decent alignment with the 100 level of interest there in NQ and NASDAQ. All right, getting pretty close to 100 now. Let's see. All right, Dom, nice work today, man. Take care. Almost 1 hour into the sesh. How we doing? How's everyone doing? Surviving? Making money? What's it looking like? Had a few decent opportunities this morning, if you ask me. There's a nice push. Look at that. Mish, we got some news? Look at that. 21,200? That's got to be news. What a rip. All right, session volume point of control. That's why you keep the trails in the broker. Wow. Let me check the feeds here. I see something about European Central Bank rate cuts. Is Dave still in here? Dave, you got anything on your feeds out there? Looks like maybe something in Europe. Oh, that's probably it. Mexico says had good conversation with Trump. That just hit the feed. Yeah, that's got to be it. Wow, what a zipper. What a zipper. No position. But I was in the right area for it. We just needed Dom to log off. NQ into overnight high. Don't chase. Do not chase. Do not chase. Still looking at 21,200. And there's 21,300. New high of day. Look at that 5 minute bar. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. NQ, new high of day. Christopher has entered the chat. So NQ, looking at the reaction near session highs here. Or prior session high, rather. That was 315 and 21,300 level of interest. What a move. What a move. Just a few points lower. May have been able to position for that. Part of the game. Part of the game. So this level here is January volume point of control. Last month's volume point of control there at 21,340. I like that as a reference point. I didn't really see a pullback that I loved on that push personally. The entry was down there near 100. I just wanted it a little bit closer to the level. Yeah, we're looking at the reaction here near 300. 300 up into 340. Grabbed a couple of scalps, able to add about 50 points there. Got to keep it nice and tight. See if we get that new high of day. New high of day. Not quite. Oh, we got the new high by one tick. Wow. All right. Guess we did get the new high then. There we go. There's a proper new high. Proper new high of day. What a morning. Gotta love that momentum. ES bounced directly from 5950 level of interest from the notes. Markets always respect the levels. Always, always. So we take the fib there on that rally. Monitor the 5. Yes, sir. One hour into the sesh. Me, she's still riding those 300 longs. So got those longs on. Wow. That's wild. Oh, man. All right, NQ new high of day coming into 430. Next upside level of interest. Are we gonna close the whole gap? We're gonna see that whole overnight gap close. Now it's more like a rerun of last Monday. Let's check the hourly. Yeah, that looks better, right? Gapping into support. Don't forget. Gapping into support. What happens at support? What happens at support? What happens there? You blow your account usually? Oof. All you have to do is press long. Just have to press the long button. Magic happens at support. Benny, you nailed the 300 pointer. Oh, you got it? Oh my goodness, man. Can't wait to see that one in 30 for 30. Yeah, grip it and rip it. Just gotta grip it and rip it. Straight sim. So first shallow pullback right there. 23% fib. I'd like to see a retest at 21,300. True level of interest. Otherwise, just staying patient here. We got a couple scalps on those initial retests versus 21,300. Some decent action there. 5 minutes starting to show a bit more exhaustion there. You got that doji. Doji, doji. Look at that. New high of day, 4:30. Hello. Hello. Have that pullback into the shallow fib with the January volume point of control right through there as well, holding a support. Buyers step in again. Or up and through 430 now. Your next upside level is really the gap fill up into 21,550. My goodness. I've not done much since the 300 retest personally. Waiting for those very clean entries, super clean entries. See, you've got YM up into the prior day low. You got Russell testing the prior day low. ES well on its way. And NQ as well. I think we'll go ahead and call it a morning there. Rest of the morning, I'll definitely keep a watch on 21,430 as well as 21,300. We have some better volume now. Obviously, some pretty good momentum here. So, from a structural update, let's take a look. Remember, intermediate term NQ is in a wide range. Gap into that area of support. Buyers step in. The gap fills up at 550. So that'll definitely be a target here for buyers, but probably already, let's see. We are 510 points on the day on NQ. Average ATR is 433. So already more than a one ATR move. Just FYI. So I hope you guys had a good morning. We'll keep it going in the think tank.